In the shadow of the Golden Dome, not far from the Word of Life mural that some refer to as Touchdown Jesus, two programs, and when they get together, the drama is high. Miami comes into South Bend to take on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame in a rematch of what was a thriller a season ago. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. For more on this matchup, let's go down to Holly Road.
I don't need to tell you how crucial this matchup is with Miami and Notre Dame. This is the matchup that helped to decide the bracket last year. As you know, the committee was weighing who was the better team, Notre Dame or Miami. You better believe Notre Dame has some revenge on their mind as they were left out of the college football playoff last season, and Miami went on a run to the national championship game. A lot of drama here in this top 25 matchup. This should be epic. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. So Notre Dame's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Finds his man. It's Lofton. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. They reached the national championship game last year, couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
And that motivated them all offseason. To be runner-ups, to watch somebody else celebrate and hold the trophy, and you were so close, Jesse. New additions, new faces, but this squad is hungry.
That's the key. This coaching staff really took a deep dive into their roster, and they isolated the positions that they felt they needed to get better at, and they addressed that in high school recruiting and the portal. I'm expecting big things from them this year.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Third down coming, but we'll have to wait just a second. Offense wants to think things over. They call a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Pulls and fires complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
And the Hurricanes will punt it away on 4th down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Run inside. It's Mobley. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. He'll run it again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Carr to throw for it on fourth. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Play fake, Carr. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The play-action fake. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. Here's Carr to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They feed him again. Hard-hitting tackle.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. The RPO, it's complete. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking for room, it's Fletcher. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Mensah to throw. Makes the catch. It's Lofton. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. The Hurricanes are rolling down the field. Unloads quickly. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. See if they go back to the air after that short gain on first down. Looking for a crease to the left. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Quick release on the RPO. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Jacobs. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Off the RPO, complete. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Bob.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out. Man, I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, I got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Power ahead. He is stopped on 4th down and stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, what a great job by this defense. Never giving up, man. Gave up some yards, get inside their own 1 on 4th and goal. And what did they do a good job of? Getting pushed, man. The big boys getting in the backfield, getting penetration, not letting a hole even open up, and they get the big 4th down stop.
The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
With the catch, it's Mobley. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. Got his man on the right. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Carr. Working the middle, it's complete. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution.
Could be an alley. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. catch in the middle. It's Porter. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
That is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Takes the handoff. It's Fletcher. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Mensah. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the...
Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Trying to take it back. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls and throws out the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Hurricanes will call their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful.
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And maybe that's exactly what this offense needed, man. They needed a big play, some kind of momentum to go their way. Offense really hadn't showed up in this football game yet. That gets them going. Maybe the QB gets a little juice. Maybe this is what that offense needed to get rolling.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And that's another play for this offense that you're just left wanting more. Both these offenses, man, nobody's scoring any points. Trying to execute a 2-minute drill, throwing the ball to the other team, that's not part of the 2-minute drill.
And I think we got to give the defenses credit because they have been dominant and physical, and they're creating takeaways. I know the offense has been sloppy, but on the other side of the ball, man, we are seeing 2 really good defenses go at it today.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Carr. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Carr. He's going to let it go. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
One more snap coming before halftime. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Vaughn. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with TCU taking on the North Carolina Tar Heels. And it's the Horned Frogs who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds up to 29. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless first-half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that first half, but we've got a whole new half to play here. So why not come out on this first drive, make a statement, and finally get us back into the age of contemporary college football?
You sound very discouraged as I sound encouraged. That's great defense. Phenomenal defense in the first half. Who doesn't love a 0-0 halftime game?
Throwing, Carr. Got his man. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Back to throw, it's Carr. Stepping to the right. He'll try to do it himself. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Really good job by this defense. Third down, understanding, taking away the pass first, but I got to react.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Taking it the other way. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. Run in the red zone, it's Fletcher. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Well, it's been a defensive war this entire game. You're wondering who can break through. Give this offense a lot of credit. It has not been easy, but they've been physical. They did a really nice job, I think, with play calling there and setting things up. And finally, someone is able to get on the board.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Barrett. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Quick release by the QB. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Quarterback making checks. Here's Carr to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Graham. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign. But you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
Dropping back, it's Carr. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Into the 3rd quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Makes the grab. Inside the 40. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
3rd quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. To the air again, Carr. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. So Miami signals for a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Here we go. Go.
Carr. Looking left. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The sure hands, it's Lofton. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Fletcher. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with the one there.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
They booted away on 4th down. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here come the Irish back on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Throwing, Carr. Pulls it in, it's Mobley. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Notre Dame explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here.
They're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Quick completion on the out. On the move at the 30. Breaks into the open on the to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Man, seconds. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lyle. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll move the wide receiver. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And after the pick, there is an injured player who's still on the field. That's the senior safety being evaluated by medical personnel. Holly will let us know what's going on with him. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Sets up the screen.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on first down, you're thinking run, right? Like be aggressive, come downhill, try to take advantage of the defense. It wasn't a big play, but that will slow this defense down a little bit and just remind them they have to play those screens.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. They give it to the freshman, his first carry. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys. That
got a little grass, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. And the return man is brought down, but there is a penalty flag on the play, and if I were a betting man, and sometimes I am, I'd say they're going to throw it in reverse. And after they mark off the yardage for the personal foul penalty, it's 1st and 10 for this offense. Looking for a gap. It's Fletcher. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Hand off for Brown. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. One more time, it's Brown. Shakes off the defender. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Here's the handoff. And he'll be brought down.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first.
They'll have a first down here, a Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Throwing, Mensah. Fires to the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Oh, man, that's a big interception late in this game. And listen, I know you're trying to go vertical with the 4 verts, but so did the defense. Great job staying deep, playing the football in the air, and forcing the ginormous turnover.
The run inside. It's Osborne.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Fires to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the 1st down.
Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Aaron! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this 4th quarter.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Compton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Fires quickly. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Mensah. He's got him. It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Compton. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's Mensah to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man. It's Lofton. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his...
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass.
There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the 4th quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
Grab behind the line. It's Flanagan.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Coming out with it, it's Compton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. They'll move the tight end. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Might have a chance. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
Well, I think the coaches sort of got together and decided, hey, on this drive, we're going to establish the run. We're going to be more physical. First 2 plays of the drive are run plays, and both have had success. The players have gotten the message very, very clearly. We have got to come out here, and we've got to win the line of scrimmage.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys.